Welcome, everybody. Can everyone please stand for Hawaii Pono'i? Graduates, too. And now the national anthem. Everyone, please be seated. I would like to welcome our graduates, former graduates, families, teachers, fellow administrators, members of the governing board. Today, we're here to celebrate your accomplishments, your hard work and perseverance. I've had the privilege of serving as a teacher, advisor, campus dean, and campus director for this class of students. As much as they have witnessed my own professional growth, I've also had the privilege of watching many of them grow individually into the young adults you see seated before you. It may seem as only yesterday when these students were seated in the kindergarten chairs, the same ones lining the front outside. The journey from kindergarten to earning your high school diploma has probably passed in a blink of an eye. Those 2,340 days of school that separate those milestones have no doubt felt like a long summer vacation, eagerly waiting for school to start to see your friends again. I've noticed that in our lives, we are constantly racing to the next milestone, eager for the next check off of our list of accomplishments. Whether this is waiting for your own children to start walking, eager for them to start school, waiting for them to get their driver's license, and then to graduate high school, the same milestones that your parents supported you through. Many of you have already rushed through a few milestones, eager to cross this stage, to get to the finish line of earning your diploma. Some of you may have already forgotten your freshman year. For those of you who attended HTA, you may have forgotten the walks to the annex to attend classes, that anxiety of the unknown and what to expect as you started your high school career. You may have already forgotten the anticipation of our campus moving upstairs, and now as a school, we have the same anticipation moving into our new campus. Perhaps you do remember your freshman year, or at least the friendships and connections that you have made. Today, I want you to hold on to those memories. This year has been challenging for everyone, as we continued into a pandemic that we couldn't have predicted. Frederick Douglass famously spoke that without struggle, there is no progress. You have shown perseverance and determination to push through obstacles and achieve this milestone. Your perspective can make this milestone in your life an ending or a beginning. As you take the time to walk across the stage and gather your diplomas, I'd like you to take a moment to celebrate your success. Take a moment to take it all in. The smell of the ocean, the feeling of the breeze, the smell of the flowers in your leis, the look on your parents' faces. Feel your own heartbeat. Don't make your life a race to each milestone. In this life, we are only gifted so many moments. It's your choice to make them remarkable and memorable, because life is full of choices. I hope that you all choose to care, choose to be kind, choose to help, choose to make a difference, and choose to follow what makes you happy. Thank you, graduating class of 2021, learning coaches and colleagues, for making this year memorable. I would now like to invite Jared Culver from the graduating class of 2018 to share some words of wisdom with you all.
Alrighty. Hi, everybody. Isn't this exciting? This chapter of your life has now come to a close, and the world is your playground. You guys don't know who I am, but hopefully my experience and story can somewhat resonate with you guys. My name is Jared, and I graduated from HTA in 2018. There were probably only a handful of us that graduated then. Looks like that's size about doubled now. Not so long ago, I was in your guys' shoes. It feels great to be free, but the freedom can also be paralyzing. Whether you guys know what you want to do with your lives from here on out, or whether you don't, that's okay. Just stay dedicated and work hard for whatever goals you have. I didn't know what I wanted to do until I got to senior year. Then I had to really decide what I wanted to do. The only thing I knew I wanted to do is I wanted to work with animals. Sounds super cheesy, but it's true. I'm naturally a very indecisive person, so it was hard for me to make that choice, and of course I waited to the last second. So I decided, with the help of the amazing teachers and counselors at HTA, I decided I wanted to become a licensed veterinary technician. I now work at Wailuku Pet Clinic. Come say hi anytime. I liked it so much that I'm currently taking online courses to get my bachelor's in biochemistry, so I can hopefully apply to vet schools in 2022. You guys made it through high school, through one of the hardest years for anybody, while also being one of the most important years for your guys's. Now that everything has changed in this past year, online school has become more common, and you guys have the upper hand. You guys have the skills to do this. To make it through HTA, you guys needed self-motivation, time management, and a little creative problem solving. For me, the hardest part was the last semester. It was right when the pandemic started, and we all had to transition from in-person to online classes. Luckily, I had already been acclimated to the online classes thanks to HTA. So whether you guys loved high school or hated high school, just know that it is over. Your lives start now. Work hard, play hard. Happy graduation to you all. All right, and up next is Natalie Abbott.
I'm going to be honest with you all. For a while, I was at a bit of a loss when it came to writing this. I did the research. I read the articles about what makes a perfect speech, I watched hours of YouTube videos of graduation speakers, whether it be Steve Jobs, Beyonce, or a high school senior just like me. I did the research, but I struggled because all I could think that was this, what these people are talking about, is nothing like what I've experienced in high school, nothing like what any of us have experienced. Graduation is something we've dreamed of since our first day of freshman year, and yet, up until a few months ago, none of us knew if we'd actually be here, together as a class, preparing to turn that final page and begin the next chapter of our lives. I think it goes without saying that our senior year was not what we pictured it to be. Instead of ditch day and prom dresses, we got 10 months of Zoom classes in our pajamas. Not exactly what I would call a fair trade. It's been drilled into our brains that this is the new normal, but I think we can all agree that this is not normal, and that's okay. I mean, if we're being honest, not much about HJ was ever normal to begin with, but is that really a bad thing? I mean, we may not have a football team to cheer on with all our friends, but you've got to admit that the dinosaur game that pops up on Google Chrome when the internet crashes is pretty entertaining. And while we don't have a homecoming, I know some of us have spent more time doing TikTok dances than we'd care to admit. So no, we didn't have a traditional high school experience, but that's what made it so unforgettable. Whether it was something good, bad, exciting, stressful, or just altogether unexpected, we went through it together. It doesn't matter if the people surrounding you now are your best friends, friendly acquaintances, or somewhere in between. Regardless of where we all end up, we'll remember each other for the rest of our lives. Now, I've yet to acknowledge our teachers because they deserve a big moment in the spotlight all to themselves. Teachers, words cannot describe how wonderful and strong you've been these past 4 years. You taught us so much more than just how to balance chemical equations and write a perfectly structured thesis statement. You showed us how to be leaders. Your confidence in us and our abilities never wavered, even when we weren't so sure of ourselves. You never taught us what to think, and instead, how to think. You demonstrated the greater life skills that can be drawn from any simple history or math lesson. I mean, I never thought that creativity could be even remotely involved in algebra, but as anyone who's ever done a presentation in Mr. Brown's class knows, it definitely is. My point is that you, teachers, have shaped us into the people that you see here now. You are the reason that we've gotten this far and the reason that we will continue to go so much further. And I'm sure I speak for my entire class when I say that we are beyond grateful for you. Finally, before I go over my 5-minute limit, I just want to give the biggest thank you to my parents. You've been the most amazing parents I could ever ask for. You've always been loving and supportive of me, even when I'm acting like an annoying teenage girl. I couldn't be prouder to be your daughter. And I also really, really want to thank Mrs. Federley. I came to HT as a freshman, but I've known you since I was 10 years old. You've been such an incredible teacher, from English to history to student council. It's been an absolute joy to be your student, and again, thank you for looking out for all of us. Last but definitely not least, I want to thank you, class of 2021. Thank you for not only being a meaningful part of my life, but allowing me to be a part of yours too. We definitely went through it this year, but I'm certain that we're all the better and all the stronger for it. So, as we walk across this stage and transition from one era to the next, I encourage you all to take in every ounce of this moment that you can. Remember every click of high heels that you hear. Remember every face in the audience that you see smiling back at you. Remember the excitement, the anticipation, the bittersweet triumph. Remember how it felt to know that this is only the beginning. Thank you.
All right, we're going to move into the diploma part of our program. Learning coaches, as your student comes up front to receive their diploma, you're more than welcome to come up and take a picture also. I'd like to invite Ms. Atai and Ms. Fordyce to come up. All right, you guys ready? Natalie, you're going to have to come back down the stairs. Natalie Abbott. Turn. No, you can't hug, you can shake. Sorry. Natalie, congratulations. Okay. Sebastian Byer. Sierra Kaywood. Jada Chin Silva. Oh, watch out for the tree. Lokilani Espinosa. Haley Hashimoto Rabanes. Congratulations. Haley Higgins. Kulea Johnson. Watch out for the tree. Jazz Kelber. It's okay. Tatum Kapa'a. That's the wrong one?
Sorry, wrong one.
Congratulations, sir. Jelena Merkovic. Noah Ogeen Jr. Micah Rapasura Gragas. Yeah. Esmeralda Reyes. Justin Sager. Josiah Souza. Isabella Sparkman. Graduates, please stand. Turning your tassel from right to left signifies a transition in your next adventure. When I count to 3, everyone's going to move their tassel from the right to the left. 1, 2, 3. I would like to formally congratulate the class of 2021 on your graduation from Hawaii Technology Academy. Graduates, we're going to have you exit the stage, starting with Natalie, and then you're going to go proceed to the back, and then families, you can meet your graduate in the back. Oh, take your leis too, please.